So one of the questions that many teachers ask is, how do we motivate students who dislike team sports, possession games like football, basketball, floorball? Yeah, so I think all of us will have this experience. Like we try to teach the sport, and then we notice that only 1/4 of the class, or at most 1/3 of the class, seems to enjoy the game. Then the rest of the class, right, they were just following the instruction because they need to. And then you will see some students really very unmotivated, moving very slowly. Like for example, we often ask students to run to free space to support the pass, right? Then you will see some of the students moving really slowly, like they are not interested to support the pass like that. So sometimes it feels like, even though it's a 3v3 game, right, it felt like only 1 or 2% of the team was doing all the job. Yeah, so I think to overcome this problem, we need to first understand the root of the problem. Then we can solve the issue. Yeah, so for me, right, I find this very relatable because as a student, I really hated team sports like football, basketball. Why? Because I was a badminton player. I hardly play this kind of sports outside school. The only time I get to play this kind of sport was during PE lessons. And it was not enough. For me, right, to try to look at the ball and then try to find the free space was really not intuitive, and it was very challenging. And it would take me a lot longer time compared to my friends to find that free space. And when I finally found that free space, right, the free space was gone because everything happened so fast. And then I was not a fast runner, and I was not used to the action of dodging defenders. So no matter where I ran, right, my defender always seems to be able to follow me and block me. And then after one failure, two failure, 10 failure, 20 failure, I started to develop this fixed mindset that I could never be able to support the pass. And team sports like this is just not for me. And I would rather play sports like badminton or other individual sports. So right now, if I teach, right, I will keep sending this message to my students to tell them that they just need practice and failure is normal. So for example, if in the class and I observe the lessons and then I see that a lot of students moving slowly, not contributing to the past or not motivated, right, I will gather the students and then I will talk to them. Like for example, so today we are talking about running to free space, right? So have you ever seen those professional basketballer, footballer? But they're very fast in running to free space, right? They just make a pass and then they started running this direction, and after 2 or 3 passes later, suddenly they were in this empty space and then they could easily receive the pass and score the goal. How did they become so fast? So when I ask this kind of question, right, usually there will be some students who will reply, oh, because they were professional, because they practice many hours a day to become good at it. So when I heard this kind of response, I would quickly reply to them and say, precisely, even you yourself can tell me that they practice a lot to become so good. I'm sure when they were beginners, they will also have the same issue as many of you. Focusing on the ball, then could not find the free space. When you finally found the free space, right, the free space was gone. And a lot of them will have found it very difficult to dodge the defender. But what made them very good was that they never give up. Even if they fail 1,000 times, they will still continue to try and try and try. After some time, things became muscle memory. They could see the free space faster. They could dodge the defender a lot faster. That's when they start to see success. That's when they start to be able to support the pass. So I want all of you to understand that to be able to get into free space to support the pass or playing any sports, we need to practice many times. Yeah, you cannot just, after 1 failure, 2 failure, 10 failure, you start to judge yourself. You start to think that you cannot support the pass at all. You have to keep trying, and after some time, you will get it. So I will keep sending this kind of message over and over again for many lessons. Then after some time, right, I will start to see students starting to embrace their mistakes, starting to embrace failures, starting to try again, even when they fail many times. And then those who are faster in the sports, they will also start to understand that actually a lot of their friends are facing a lot of struggles in the game. Then they will sometimes move slower to let their friends have more success. Then after some time, you start to see the whole class becoming more bonded together. I think constantly sending this message works very well for me. Another thing that worked well for me is, sometimes we tend to only praise the student who have done well, who are very good at the sports. And then when we ask students to demonstrate to the class, right, we tend to ask the sports captain, the school team player, the ones that are quite good at sports to demonstrate to the class. But actually the ones that really need all the affirmation are the ones that find it very difficult to play the game, that often see failure. So now I'll try to make sure that I will affirm every single student in the class. So throughout the lesson, I will go around, I'll try to spot the effort they put in, I'll try to praise them, affirm them, good job, well done, and keep trying to tell them that mistakes are normal, mistakes are okay. And if I ask students to demonstrate, right, I will try to make sure that every student in the class have equal opportunity to demonstrate to the class, to show the students that actually every one of them is just like anyone else. Nobody is more talented. Those who are better at the sport is just because they play a lot. That's why they seem to be very good at it, not because they are born to be good at it. I strongly believe in this self-fulfilling prophecy that when the students see the teacher wholeheartedly believe in them, right, then they will work really hard to prove to the teacher that the teachers are right.